Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Blackburn Rovers. It is Christmas Day in 2031. Tomorrow, Boxing Day, we've got a big game at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. We are currently sat top of the table, 42 points, 9 points clear of second place, but second place do have a game in hand. Third place also have a game in hand. Fourth place also have 2 games in hand, who are Chelsea. So, I feel like I've ballsed that up, but you understand, you can see the table there. Since the last episode, we've played quite a few games. One of them was this 4-0 victory against Lyon in the Champions League, making us group champions. Unfortunately, Real Madrid also managed to go through because we destroyed Lyon's goal difference and then they battered Olympiacos 5-0. So, Real Madrid go through second. Foster with the goal after 1 minute. Boban Stevkovic on 49, Ortuzo gets 2 as well in 71 and 77. Francisco Foster also misses a penalty after 21 minutes. They didn't have a single shot on target either. Another 4 goals in this game as well, up against West Ham at Ronnie Clayton Park. A 4-goal haul for Francisco Foster. 3-21, a penalty on 25 and a 59th minute final goal. Seri Lewis scores on 56 minutes for West Ham. Nice, easy 4-1 victory. At home once again, this time in the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Everton. It was a 3-0 win here. Foster again on the score sheet from the penalty spot after 10 minutes. Joachim Tobiasen scores after 59 minutes. 1 minute later, Gustavo Ortuzo also scores. Ibrahima Ndiaye misses a penalty for Everton, but it didn't really matter anyway. We are through to the Carabao Cup semi-final for the second time in as many years, I think. That's the one we won last year. And then against bottom of the table Southampton, we drew 1-1. Francisco Foster opened the scoring after 10 minutes. Mark Blenkinsop, who's actually English and a wonder kid, scores for Southampton after 75 minutes. It's a game we should have won, but they have just sacked their manager. So maybe with Vladimir Viss gone, he was their manager, maybe they've kind of got a new resurgence, possibly. And finally, against Huddersfield, we squeaked through this one at the John Smiths Stadium. 2-1 victory in the end. Simon Gobek actually opened the scoring with an own goal on 15 minutes. Dan Hooper, on 29 minutes. Pulls one back for Huddersfield. Dennis Montoya in the middle of the pitch makes it 2-1 on 36 minutes. We won, but it was not comfortable. With all the excitement of the matches that have happened, we've also had a number of assorted competitions. Next rounds have been drawn. So, in the FA Cup third round, we have Millwall. Should be a winnable game. In the Carabao Cup semi-final, we have Manchester United. Not so easy, that one. And in the first knockout round of the Champions League, we've got Barcelona. I feel like winning the Champions League might be very difficult this year. 3 o'clock on Boxing Day, Chelsea, Stamford Bridge. They are much better than us. They've won 12, we've won 3 of all of our games in this entire save. Although the last few times we played them, we've not been too bad, apart from the Champions League final. The starting lineup, we're going to go for Velez in goal, Stevkovic, Siru and Urukalo at the back, Markovic and Tobiasen, the 2 fullbacks, Popovic, Montoya in the middle, Fenton, Oakdina and Foster will be the front 3 today. It's basically the normal starting lineup, although I've dropped Ortuzo because Paul Oakdina really wants to get games, so this is actually the prime opportunity for him to prove to me that he should be starting ahead of club legend Gustavo Ortuzo. I get the feeling that he won't prove to me anything, but, I'm giving him the chance. A big game then that could potentially be an early title decider, or at the very least, push Chelsea out of the title race. Capecchi with a throw to Bogas to Tiendung into the area, runs in, he's got 2 at the back, Frimpong's 1, heads it over the bar, probably would have been easier to score. Fenton takes a free kick to Popovic in the middle. Someone's gone down. It's a penalty. Acosta has fouled Popovic, so it's probably going to be Foster stepping up to take it. He seems to be our number 1 penalty taker. It is Francisco Foster. Where is he going to go? Into the back of the net, into the top corner. No keeper is saving that. His 25th goal of the season, and we are on Boxing Day. Tobiasen with a throw in towards Siru in the penalty area. Thought he might have got fouled there. Frias with the ball. Tiendung, Bogas. Back to Frias. All the way back to Reina in the Chelsea goal. Capecchi. To Boateng on the left. Bit of space to run into. He's got plenty of Blackburn players in front of him though. Boateng gets round one of his players. Gets round another. He's going to cross it in. There's 2 in the box. Finds Frimpong at the front and Velez makes a fairly comfortable save. Capecchi with a throw to Bogas. Boateng on the ball. Frimpong now. Frimpong gets tackled by Popovic. Great tackle by the central midfielder. Boban Stevkovic. Where is this going? To Jonathan Siriu. What are we doing in our own penalty area? Markovic gets the ball now. Branko Markovic, long ball upfield. Okdina's going to chase it down, but he's not going to get there ahead of Acosta. Back to the keeper. First time kick upfield, and that was so close from Adam Fenton. If he got on the end of that, it would have been 2-0. Capecci to Bogas in the middle. Bogas crossfield ball finds Tien Dung. He's got a fullback running to his right. Tobias and tackles, but the ball falls to Bennett. Crossed in. Frimpong's there. Thomas is there. It's a corner. It's come off Siriu. Okay, I thought there was a foul then. Corner's going to come in from Boateng towards the penalty spot. It's cleared. Good. Nothing happened from it. At half-time, if the score stays this way, we will finish this match 15 points clear of Chelsea, who obviously finished second place last season. That is ridiculous. Okdina isn't having the best of games so far, so he might end up coming off not in the not too distant future, maybe 60 minutes. 60 minutes in, he is coming off. Ortuzo is going to come on, obviously. That's the sensible choice. Tobiason's not having a good game. So far, obviously, second half, nothing's happened. Nothing at all. Right, Tobiason off. Torres on. It's been a while since Torres has played as a left-sided wing-back, but he's going to do it today. Velez with a free kick to Stevkovic, who was practically off the pitch. Popovic back to Siriu. First time pass to Branko Markovic. Forward. Foster's going to run onto it, but Acosta's going to get there first. Back to Reina, the keeper. Bogas head back to Capecci. Nelson on the halfway line. Reece Nelson, that is. Runs forward, finds Dan Thomas. Thomas back to Bennett. Bennett's got Tien Dung in front of him if he wants to use him, but he's going to run it instead. Crosses it in. It's a good cross. Stevkovic heads clear only as far as Reece Nelson. It's hitting all sorts of people. It's fallen to Dennis Boateng. He is the lucky recipient of that, and it is 1-1. That is so unlucky. There was not a lot we could do about it, because the cross was good. It was a good cross, but it was cleared. Stevkovic cleared it. Nelson gets it. Hits... who did it hit? I think it hit Siriu. Just came off Siriu, and then straight to Boateng. Prato with a free kick. It skimmed the top of the bar. 15 minutes left. Prince Nelson Guidetti's going to come on. We're actually going to do that because Prince Nelson Guidetti played a game for the under-23s and scored 7 as a complete forward. He's got goals in him. He just does not really get the chance. Markovic with a throw finds Prince Nelson Guidetti. In the middle to Dennis Montoya. Montoya, he's got Ortuzo in front. Foster's there as well. De Prato tackles him, and what a ball that is. Abikt, sure, is running onto it. He has to go, hits it over the bar. Probably could have taken a few more touches there. I think a 1-1 draw will be reasonable. A 1-1 draw in this game, I'll take that. We've got 2 minutes-ish of injury time left to play. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen. Boateng with a throw. We are over the 95 that we've been allocated. Thomas crosses in. Nelson's there. Heads towards goal. Velez plucked it out of the air. That has to be the end of the game. I think it's probably a fair result. A 1-1 draw. We got lucky with a penalty. They got lucky with their goal. I think we're two teams that we cancel each other out now. We are on par in terms of ability. Right, because we have a game in 1 day's time, everyone's going to rest. We've got Derby. Well, it says 2 days, but the Derby game is going to be on the Sunday. So the Sunday, the 28th of December. So I need everyone fit once again. Relegation-threatened Derby County are the visitors to Ronnie Clayton Park on the 28th of December. A couple of games have already played. Manchester United beating Arsenal, moving them up to just 4 points now behind us in the table. Chelsea also beating Liverpool, so they are also hot on the tails of Manchester United. This type of game is where our squad depth really comes in handy. So there is a lot of rotation because of fitness issues. In goal, Velez will keep his place. Stevkovic and Siriu will also keep their place. Luis has come in for Ivan Urukalo. Wildson has come in for Branko Markovic. Joachim Tobiasen will remain as the left-sided fullback. Hector and Allwang will be the two central midfield partnerships today because Montoya and Popovic, once again, a little bit tired. Fenton, Foster, Ortuzo maintain their front three positions for this game. On the bench, we do have Neil Hyam once again. He's played a couple of games. I think he played against Everton in the Carabao Cup. He wasn't very good, but I did start him, so he might come off the bench in this one. Apparently, Derby County have one of the worst defence, if not the worst defence in the Premier League. We have the best strike force in the Premier League. This could be an 8-0er. Now you just wait, it'll end 1-1. We are 20 minutes in and we've not had a single highlight. It is going to end 0-0, isn't it? Velez with a free kick finds Luiz. Luiz to Allwang in the middle. To Biason. Hector. Hector forward towards Ortuzzo. He's not going to get there. Bell with the ball back to the keeper. Keeper kicks it upfield over the halfway line, but Stevkovic heads it back. It's coming back towards us, though. Upton got someone on his right-hand side. Luturo crosses it in. It's a good cross. Velez jumps the highest to claim the ball. That's not really a highlight. Siriu to Stevkovic. Wildson, is he going to go round his man or just going to pass it forward? Going in the middle to Hector instead. Hector, now the ball forward, finds Francisco Foster. He's got Ortuzzo in the middle. If he can find him, he's gone all the way across. For some reason, Ortuzzo didn't throw himself at the ball. Allwang's there. Fenton's there. Fenton's forced to save from the keeper. Ortuzzo's managed to put it in, though. The rebound is pounced upon by the Brazilian. 23 minutes on the clock. We've finally broken the deadlock. Hopefully, that's the start of the floodgates being opened. Jokic with the ball. To Luturo on the right-hand side. Crosses in. Luiz can clear. Allwang can now get it further forward. Fenton's long ball towards Ortuzzo. It's going to be 2-0, isn't it? 28 minutes on the clock. Gustavo Ortuzzo puts it neatly into the bottom corner. The counter-attack working wonderfully there. 41 minutes on the clock and another highlight. Fenton gets the ball towards Ortuzzo, who's on a hat-trick now. He's running into the area. He has a go from just outside the area and blazes it wide. 2-0 to the good at half-time. Right, do I want to do any changes? I mean, we're obviously playing well. We're 2-0 to the good. But Foster not having a great... It's time. We're 2-0 up. Right, Foster's off. Neil Hyam is on. The next Michael Owen is going to come on against Derby County. This is a type of game where he could score a goal. I think this really is the type of game where he can get himself on the score sheet. 51 minutes. Siriu's free kick to Allwang. Allwang towards Ortuzzo. Ortuzzo's not going to get there. Back to the keeper. Keeper kicks it upfield, but Tobiasen intercepts. Fenton's going to find Ortuzzo, who's in on goal. He's hit it wide. He's scuffed his shot. 70 minutes in. The second half has been a little bit disappointing. Do I do a sub? I don't really feel like I need to. I'm not going to bother. Pejic with the goal kick for Derby County. Entwistle's going to get it. No, he's not. Allwang to Fenton. Fenton's got Hyam there if he wants to use him. He's going it alone. Why are you going it alone? Help out your fellow youngster. Although Fenton's like 25 now. 90 minutes have passed and it is going to be a 2-0 victory. It should have been a lot more. It wasn't a very good game. There was about 4 highlights in the whole thing and 2 of them were goals. 15 shots, 8 on target. Foster had 0 chances in the first 45 minutes. That's why he was on such a low rating. Wasn't really a great game, but Daniel Allwang getting a 9.0 in the centre of the pitch. Because it is nearly the 1st of January, what I'm going to do this episode, I'm going to go forward to the 1st of January, and I believe around the 31st of December we do get the end of year awards, like World Player of the Year. I think we might be winning something. Just a hunch. It's the 31st of December, and there are awards being handed out, but first, let's talk about Daniel Knezovic. He's gone on loan to Mexico. He's signed for Monterrey, I think, until the end of the season. I don't know what season that is. I'm assuming it's the Mexican season, maybe even 2 years by the looks of it. Expires 1 year and 6 months. He's going to be gone a while. World Golden Ball. We have finished 3rd. Gustavo Ortuzzo is behind Jesus Larrea and Tassio, 2 players who we have played against in the last season. Gustavo Ortuzzo, though, 55 appearances, 40 goals, 30 assists. What a year it was for that man. Unlucky to miss out. And the same 2 players also managed to hold him off the Footballer of the Year award. Tassio this time picking up the award, Larrea in 2nd. And the same 2 players again for the World Player of the Year award. I don't know what the difference is. Larrea winning this one, Tassio in 2nd. North American Player of the Year goes to Francisco Foster for the 2nd year in a row. 2nd place, a certain Danny Salvagione, formerly of Blackburn Rovers. I think this is just the start of Francisco Foster. He's still only 23. I think by the time he's about 27, 28, he is going to be an absolute monster. And he's already a monster. He's technically better than Gustavo Ortuzzo, and he's still improving. And North American Goalkeeper of the Year also goes to one of ours. It is Juan Pablo Velez, the first time he's won this award. He wasn't even in contention for it over the last few years, so he's had a very good season to get himself up there. He is our number 1 keeper now by default. He's much better than Gil. Gil's still very good. Gil is most definitely a Premiership standard goalkeeper, but Juan Pablo Velez much, much better than him now. Aww, and Velez dedicated the award to me. Thanks, Juan Pablo. The transfer window is about to swing open as well, and as always, I have about 8 new signings lined up. I'm going to show you them in a second when they join the club. First of all, let us say farewell to Egyptian international Ahmed Bassiouni. He's gone to Bayern Munich. He joined Rodgers at Bayern Munich and Liam Bridcut, who is their manager. Don't ask, he's their manager for some reason. For a cut price, £15 million he's signed for Bayern Munich, which, to be fair, we spent 20k to sign him in the first place. That's a very, very, very impressive profit from a player who last season was forced out by Tobiasen. The other player to leave is Brazilian central defender Ricky Rigo. I've mentioned these two before. He's signed for Sporting. He's signed for 15.75 million. I think it is potentially raising to 20.5 million. That is all of the players to leave the club. Let's show you the 7 new signings that have joined. In ascending order of price, first through the door is Ivorian striker Chris Tape. Remember Ali Tape? I do. You probably don't. You probably never watched it. But I had a player called Ali Tape in my Southampton save on FM 16, I think. Maybe it might have been 17. Not sure. But yeah, I had Ali Tape. He was amazing. I've now got his spiritual brother, Chris Tape. Very, very good looking young Ivorian striker. Probably needs to go out on loan very, very soon. For £625,000, I've raided Tipi Mazembe once again for the Democratic Republic of Congan central defender, Audi Maputo. Got very good mental stats, that's why I wanted him. He's got really good mental stats. Technically, he's not great, but he's only 19. If he gets a lot of training, he will be a decent footballer. For £1 million, I've bought Nicola Rossi from Chelsea. He was transfer listed, and I thought, why not? I mean, he's got a bit of potential. The squad, or my assistant reckons he's surplus to requirements. He cost £1 million. So he's basically just going to sit in the under-23s and probably be best friends with Prince Nelson Guidetti or something like that. And a similar thing with Stefan Gasnier. He has signed from Lyon for £1.6 million. That's how much. Not a terrible footballer. He's most likely going to be playing as a shadow striker, but he's, like I said, he's probably going to be playing in the under-23s. I've just brought him there to make my under-23s a little bit stronger, and I can use him probably as a tutor for someone. We are ramping up the prices now. For £6.25 million, Mateus Bernardi has signed from Telares in Argentina. He's a winger. We don't play wingers. He's going to get retrained. Not quite sure what position to yet. Maybe a shadow striker. For £12.75 million, it's a lot of money. It's a very, very large sum of money for a 19-year-old Brazilian left-back. He has come in. He's basically going to be the Basoni replacement. He's not obviously going to be first team yet, but I think he's going to be good. He's only 19. He's got a bit of potential. He's got 5-star potential. Maybe give him a tutor to get his mental stats up. I think he'll come good. And for just under £15 million, another Brazilian has joined. Douglas Allen has signed from St Etienne. No, he hasn't. He's signed from Internacional. He was on loan at St Etienne last season. He's come in on a rotation contract, so he's not going to be expecting to start every single game, but he's there. Kind of a Ricky Rigo replacement, but also he's there because if I need him, he's a very good central defender. If injuries happen, things like that, I've got someone to call on. And he's only 20. So that is all of the transfers so far. We've spent £134 million this entire season, but we brought in 153. Our transfer budget is still well over £100 million at £140 million. We are destroying our wage budget, but because our transfer budget is so big, I feel like that doesn't really matter. Next episode, what we are going to do, we are going to go for Manchester United in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, the second leg. So by the time we play that game, we might know whether we've got a really good chance of getting to the final again, or whether we need to actually pull something out of the bag. And then we're also going to have Stoke away at the Bet365 Stadium, a team who are lower. They're lower down. It should be a winnable game, and obviously transfer window will be closing in that episode as well, so any transfers that take place, you will be informed at the start, at the end, and in the middle, whenever they happen. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2018 with Blackburn Rovers. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.